Welcome back. Here we are in Bangkok. A few minutes ago we were in TVAT, now we are in Bangkok. And yeah, this is from Inibuild, so at least Inibuilds are selling this scenery. Will be interesting to fly this because I have actually been here with my wife about 3 or 4 years ago, and we flew exactly this routing from Bangkok to Phuket. So it will be interesting. Avenger, thank you so much. Let me just try to replay that alert.
Welcome aboard
There
the
it
Captain
is.
Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Avenger, thank you so much for your support.
Good evening at Black Box 711 and chat.
Avenger, thank you so much for the resub. Good evening to you. I hope you're doing well. And again, big thank you for your amazing support for the channel here. Thank you so much. Big round of applause. Forward, good evening. Welcome back. Okay, so the scenery is actually pretty nice. Look at that. Well, that is actually quite impressive. Just checking the FPS are fine as well. Wow. Wow. Look at that. It's a big airport, for one. And two, look at how big the airport is. And two, it's nazi, yeah. And two, and you know the argument you always hear about interior not being modeled at these airports? They always tell you that the performance suffers. Well, performance here is fine. And look at the detail you have here. Wow. Lol, is that supposed to be because of COVID? Okay. Hey Bruno, how you doing? Yeah, so actually, you know, again, performance is fine. No complaints from my side. Cool. We are on the latest experimental version here today. And so we're going to do that. And then we're going to go and do the fuel. Instant download, 6 tons roundabout, refueling complete. Payload. Instant download. And there we go. Aircraft is loaded. Excellent. It's the 17th busiest airport in the world. Klaptik, that's actually not bad then, is it? That shows a lot of traffic. Yeah, indeed. Cool. Hey Lilo, how you doing? Nice, good. Well, I tell you what, Forward, the experimental version is actually quite good now with the VNAV as well. So that was actually quite good the last time. Quite enjoyed it. So 5.9 in there as well. The alternate fuel is 1.2. That should be a ton. That's fine. Wind data. Let's have a look. Can we go wind request? Okay, cruise wind. We're going to put this at 1. Well, it's not really needed because it's like 5 knots. And we're cruising at 340. So it's not really. Alpha, I am on stand G2. And let me just go and log on to VATSIM. Now, I doubt that there'll be many aircraft here. So we are called, we're called Thai 281. So THA 281. All right, so I'm now connected. It does look nice, I have to say. I'm quite impressed by this. Rightio. descent wind. Yeah, I mean, this is 5 knots. I just descend. It's literally nothing more than 10 knots. So I'm just not gonna. Well, I'm gonna put in a level 100. So it's gonna be 210 at 13. Level 100. That's it. Cool. So init A page is filled out. Init B page filled out. Flight plan page. Oh really, Lilo? So it should be out soon. Cool. So that does that mean they're gonna have separate MCDUs then? So here we got wind 210 at 5. So what runway? Sid. So we should be Sabisk. So it's southerly runway though, right? Yeah, to the southern side. So we'll take Zabis. Let's have a look which one it is. So let's do daytime. This would be the 19 left. How about we do 19 right? There we go, 19 right. So we're going to take the Zabis 3 Golf. Pin that. Taxi will take... what? So many charts, blimey. Man, you see all these standard taxi routes? Oh. If you're not local, if you're not used to that, good God. Right, well, we've got to take taxi. Yeah, there we go. 19 right. There we go. So, I think we are... Where are we? I think here we are. Golf 2. There we are. Here we are on this stand. My God. Just ask GSX to help you. That's cheating. Right, so that's good. Okay, so Sid, we did say we want to have the 3 Golf then. Nice. All right, so 3 Golf it is. 19 right. Service 3 Golf. Insert. Close that. Then it's Yankee 8 all the way to Zafsa, and then from there, from there, we're gonna have the 1 Delta 27. Let's have a look. Selbstlader, hello. I remember flying from the other Bangkok airport a while back and being surprised to find a golf course. I know. You know, when I was flying 747, that's the one I flew to, and I always wondered what happened if someone kind of, you know, hooked or sliced their ball onto the taxiway, onto an aircraft. So 19 right and 11,000 transition, and we're going to climb. We have no control here, so we're going to climb. Yeah, at least 9,000 there, so that's fine. So for the that's the approach now for Phuket Star. So Arnav Stars 27. So Zafsa 1 Delta. Are we gonna have one? Hang on. What's the wind? Yeah, 270 at 5. So we are landing this way. So we're gonna go to. So this after 1 Delta via Baron. So ILS 27 via Anfield. What? I'm lost. Where's... Where's Baron? Yes, I am, Yaroslav, yeah. Yeah. It's so strange, why? So we have an arrival routing, an arm of arrival routing, but I can't see the... Ah, okay, so it's here, from Baron connect to intermediate fix for ILS. Okay, well, there we go. All right, so we'll do that later on. Good, so we'll put that in. 1 Delta. So we're going to go arrival, ILS 27. And then via unfill. Insert. That looks all right to me. So ABP, yeah, let's put SVB in here. Performance. So performance, we need Sim Smart. Hold on. So, VTBS it was, right? 19, right. Get me time. Right, so currently we have wind. Well, it was like 200 at 3 or something. Temperature, a lovely 27 degrees. QNH is hectopascal 109. Dry runway, anti-ice off. Takeoff weight, so 66.1. So 66.1. It's more than that. Flex 1 plus F. Let's put aircon on because it's warm and humid. So it's going to be 65 flex, config 1 plus F, 50, 50, 51. And a DP2, green dot to 20. Go. Alrighty. So performance, flaps 1, 50, 50, 51. 11,000 transition, engine up 1500 is fine. Flex 10 was what, 63? 65. Yeah. Alright, so 65 it is. And the trim CG is 33.1. So it should be around about, or down half or something. So check that after engine start. Down 0.6. Currently I'm using the, it's springtime. I would need to look, I don't know exactly which one I'm using right now. I know it's a springtime one, but there's different ones, so I don't know which one it is. What is the intermediate fixed ILS? And can you go through the chart? Just go through the FMS. Well, I don't really have the time at the moment to go through everything here. I've done lots of live streams. I've done lots of videos on the MCD programming and explained all that stuff really. So go and have a look there, if I may. So diffrip secondary don't have, performance is in. Right, we're ready to go. Flight plan is filed. So APU is on. That goes. That. Okay, cool. Beautiful. let's go and get rid of the... Oh, it doesn't work, so let's close the door. Alright, cool, that is gone. Good. So we're departing 19 right. We're departing on the departure route Zabis 3 Golf. Gonna climb initially 9,000 feet. That's flickering again. So sector 2,300, 2,400 grid, so not very high at all. Extra fuel, according to the flight plan, we have around about 600 kilograms plus 190 min cont. Taxi out. So I'm going to push back facing north, and then we'll taxi out. Actually, no, we've got to face south, taxi out via Tango 15, and then Echo. Yeah, Echo to Echo 1. Engine out, straight ahead. Acceleration is in 1,500 feet. Cleanup, we'll climb 3,000 radar vectors. For a return below max landing weight. Nothing special, no threats. Cockpit preparation checklist. Gibbons covers removed. Fuel quantity is 5,900 kilograms balanced. Seatbelts on. ADIRS. Enough. And the bow ref QNH is 1009. So 1009 check before that's the cockpit preparation check is completed. So nose right, tail left. Brakes release, ready for push. Before start checklist, we have the park brake off, takeoff speeds thrust 150, 150, 151, flex 65, windows, doors closed, and the beacon is on, and that's the before start checklist completed. Bangkok traffic from Thai 281 pushing back gate Golf 2 in Bangkok. Engine start. To start. The PTU. Lol. Yeah, doing engine start, the PTU is doing a self-test. So the power transfer unit is transmitting pressure from one side to the other. So right now, yellow system because the right engine is turning to the green system. Well, it's not fluid transfer, it's just pressure transfer. It's not linked fluid-wise, it's just a mechanical linkage in that PTU. Here goes engine 1. This is from this is called Flow from Parallel 42. And I bought it through Orbix. And it's got lots of other features, parking brake set. So this is literally lots of stuff. You could make your own little app here as well. So again, it's just lots and lots of stuff. Yeah, during engine start, the PTU shouldn't run for long periods of time. So maybe just the inaccuracy of the fly-by-wire mod. If a company operates charter flights, how is implemented the pilot? Well, these charter flights are often announced, months ahead. So, so it's not as if it's out of the blue and short notice. Yeah, on the ground right now, it would have been a self-test for engine start, but then once the engines are running, it is a demand driven pump. So whenever one of the system drops by 500 psi, the PTU will transfer the power from the other side. So during gear retraction, for example, because the gear is on the green system is the biggest system, and it can quickly lose a bit of pressure. The PTU runs during gear retraction to support the green system. So flight controls: full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, left, right, neutral, and that's the after start checklist. Anti-ice is off, ecam status is checked, pitch trim, let's have a look. So it should be 33.3, and rudder trim is neutral. There's the all clear signal. Bangkok traffic, Thai 281 is taxiing to the active 19 right in Bangkok. To left, to right, let's go. Brake check. Yeah, next to us, I don't fly the fly-by-wire often enough to actually be able to tell if the sounds have changed by a great margin. The app on Orbix store, so ORBX. So engines should be warm enough. No issues there. Go ahead now, turn. And then we go and do the, once I find the click spot here. Where's click spot? There it is. So, taxi checklist, flight controls, check, flap setting, config, 1 plus F. Takeoff speeds flex 150, 150, 15. No, actually disregard. It's going to be radar, which system is on and auto. Engine mode selector, normal, and incoming or takeoff, no. Configuration, that's flap setting, 1 plus F right now. So we have slats and flaps at configuration 1. Blue is armed, correct. Yeah. Well, the thing is with the Airbus, so Setmaster, it is correct. So you have sensors everywhere. So this obviously channeled through the, gotta be careful here, through the flight warning computers and the data acquisition concentrators, and then it's displayed on here. Now, these switches on the top here, for example, so any bulbs on the light switches, etc., or the switches themselves are hardwired. So that's why we always try to confirm if it's a mechanical system failure here from the fuel pumps or hydraulic pumps. We try to confirm it with the light itself. For the flight warning computers, for the flight control computers, they are monitored. So if anything goes wrong, they have several channels, and then if anything goes wrong, you will get a ECAM message. So the flight control, we do have to check accordingly. So all of the positions are fed back into the system. You get the display. So here, yeah, and then on the 737, you can see the yoke. So if you have any obstruction, mechanical issue, you will feel it in the yoke of a 737. Alright, so so we're going to go ahead and this. So the packs remain on. Take a lineup checklist. Takeoff runway is 19 right full length. TCAS, TARA, and the packs are on. Approach sector is clear. Bangkok traffic, Thai 281 departing 19 right in Bangkok. I haven't heard anyone else on the frequency yet, so am I transmitting? I am.
And Bangkok traffic, Thai Smile 144 is lining up and waiting on runway 19 left.
Ah, there we go. Someone else is going. Cool. Right, so there we go. Let's go. Takeoff. Manflex 65 SS runway auto thrust is blue. Yeah, thank you, Mark. Thrust set. Sounds actually very nice, I have to say. Quite like the sound combination with the wheels and the engines. So thrust climb, out blue, auto thrust, autopilot 1. So 220 knots here. Min clean was 213 at the moment, so 220 should be fine. Tune Bravo Kilo Kilo. Okay. It's interesting. It's already the coastline there. Didn't realize it was that close. My flap 0 is
traffic, Thai Smile 144 departing runway 19 left Bangkok.
Rudy prefers that, really. Lovely, and a golf course. Not that I'm aware of, Bruno. I was a bit surprised by that as well. So it's an hour of departure. I don't know why. And that's not. I have no idea why it's told me to tune that. So why is the ADIR system important? Well, the ADIR system is made of two parts. One part is the inertial reference unit, and the other one is the air data reference unit. So these two combined make up the ADIR system, and the ADIR does everything with regards to the pitch indications, roll indications, heading indications, ground speed, positioning calculations, speed sensors, altitude sensors, so that's why they're very important. Well, the minimum clean speed, we always refer to minimum clean speed as the green dot. Now that speed is the lowest point on the lift to drag ratio. And that's why, for example, here's Alstar, that's why we fly holding patterns at this speed, because it's the most fuel efficient. So whenever you don't need to go anywhere quickly, that's your speed to fly. Alright, there's no other control here, so we're going to go 340? Yeah, 340. Now this is something you can't get it from vertical speed into managed climb. You have to go open climb first here, and then you can get into managed climb. I have no idea why that is. And here right now it shouldn't. Well, if it says 9,000 below, it shouldn't climb. Yeah, 9,000 below. I don't know why it's climbing. Yeah, here in the Airbus we have to call out any mode change on the FMA because those are not recorded on any data recorder. So if there's an accident or incident, there's no way of knowing what modes were active if the pilots don't call them out. So that's why it's very important here. So we dial down the sim sounds just a tad. Good, we've got clear skies, no turbulence, seatbelts go auto, and then we go secondary, don't have that, rat nav clear. Transition, set standard. Standard is crush check, passing 115, checked. So wonder why, or if it's going to level off now. So it should level off here because of that restriction, 160 below. That is correct, 160 below at Salma. Yeah, well, in the 737, don't you put the yoke forward a bit to get more pressure onto the nose wheel so that's more effective with nose wheel steering through the rudder pedals? Right, because yeah, we put normally when we have normal wind or headwind component, we put half input. If we have tailwind, we put full input. No, so for us it's not choice. For us it's SOP, and yeah, we try to get more weight onto the nose wheel so it has more grip, more traction. Until about 80 knots. From that point onwards, the nose wheel steering through the rudder pedals is deactivated, and then you have enough pressure on the aerodynamic pressure on the rudder to steer. All right, cool. So our constraint is it's maintaining that. So once it levels off and once going past Zalma, it should climb automatically. So it's got climb blue. So it's nice to try out the vertical or the VNAV section of the fly-by-wire at the moment, because those things are important, especially when you fly in VATSIM and you've got some restrictions that you have to follow. So that's nice to see if it manages that. What's your opinion on the new touchscreen display unit on the 737? Yaroslav, it looks fancy. However, people have already commented or asked, well, what happens if it's very bumpy, so very turbulent, and you have to reach forward? But I said, well, you also have a cursor control on the pedestal here, so you don't have to use touchscreen. So if it's very bumpy, well, then go ahead and use that the other controller. not that I have heard of. Kulop, so right, climb out blue. Nice. Yeah, it's doing that. GG. So now, these kind of things we don't, because we never automatically descend. So we always have to physically select a mode for the Airbus to start the descent. I think that's all right. It doesn't have to go automatic. Unless you're already in the descent mode, and then you have a restriction somewhere, or climb restriction, then it does that automatically. So Baby Boeing, I think, so Baby Boeing, you're a 737 pilot as well, right? So they turn 30 plus individual points of failure into 1. So hang on, Baby Boeing, so what are you saying exactly? No, if it's, so you have to see it this way. When you level flight, it will have alt or alt cruise, and you cannot get it out of it automatically. It will not leave that mode automatically, unless it's the A350 and you have a decompression or something, and if you aren't the automatic emergency descent, then it does. But apart from that, in normal operations, if you're in alt cruise or alt, it will not descend on its own. The only time it will do something is on the approach for a glide slope, for example, or an RNAV procedure with vertical guidance. Then yes, it will then go into that vertical mode, either glide slope or final approach, but otherwise it won't. What I mean is that the screen breaks, the entire input method is gone versus one key of braking. Okay, so, but Baby Boeing, but is correct, right? That you still have the cursor selection possible. Well, Seltmaster, the only definition regarding a fail operational and a fail passive system is what happens after one of the autopilot fails. So a fail passive system will have then both autopilots disconnect, but the aircraft is in trim and will continue on a stable path. So it won't do anything crazy after the autopilot fails. And then the other one drops out automatically as well. And the fail operational means even only if you have two autopilots, if one fails, the other one can take over all necessary tasks to continue with an automatic landing.
Good night.
Hey Steph, good night to you. Yeah, Stepke, I'm back to work on Wednesday, so yeah, you have a great week, Stepke. How long my flight times? Well, my flight times can range anywhere between 30 minutes to 5 hours, depending on the routings that I'm flying. So it always varies. Yeah, so Setmaster, like Bruno wrote there, the Airbus has so many data refs and data inputs, sensors, computers, that they've proven, so Airbus has proven through a very rigorous certification program that the aircraft is behaving in a certain manner if certain things fail. Since window heat is gone, it's actually Cat 1 minimum. But these are little things you learn about. Stream cutoff? Oh, sorry, yeah, we are... Oops. Yeah, we should be back again. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. What I have to check. Hang on, guys. What I hope doesn't happen is. Oh no! You've got to be kidding me! I'm serious. Windows update. Checking for updates. Now I've pressed no, stop installing. I said pause. Thank you. Oh, right. Apologies, Fred. Yeah. No, not the cat's fault. Windows update fault. Crying out loud. Right, but I stopped it now for 1 week. Cool. Alright, so where are we? We are currently nice, there we go. So we're going down that little peninsula down to Phuket. Beautiful. Alright. When do you find out your first officer is or is the same first? Well, we have a large company, so we rarely fly with someone that we've been on a trip before, but it can happen. I know theoretically always for the full month who I'm flying with. However, if someone calls in sick, then someone else has to fill that spot, and then of course it'll be a different name. So literally, I only know who I'm flying with when the briefing starts. Hey Fuse, welcome back. Yeah, so Captain Q, this is called Flow, and it's from Parallel 42. If you've been using P3D and you had the what was the camera app they're called? It was called what was it? It's been so long that I've been in P3D now. Yes, there's a very good, very popular camera app in P3D, and that's made by the same company, Flow 42. And so this one can give you lots of possibilities. So for example, you can make your own buttons and your own kind of profiles. So if I wanted to, I could go and go on document search here. So I can go, for example, see if I've got anything. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're good. We're good. Don't panic. Don't panic, guys. It's just, it seems we accidentally pressed pause or something. Hold on. I think we're paused. What is it? Ah, there we go. I pressed P. That was it. I thought the game crashed. Blimey. So, I was saying, so we can yeah, do all kinds of stuff with that app. So it's very neat. If I wanted to, for example, I could go ahead and look for Meta and then VTS. Oh, for crying out loud. Right, there we go. So it's Phuket. I can call the weather there. I purchased the most expensive one, I think, so you can make your own apps. And Senshai made a couple of apps for us here. So if I do that, I can call up my website immediately. Just to give an example there. So, all right, this, or if I go and do that, it'll call up the airport infos for us, for example. So here's Phuket. So yeah, so lots of neat little features you can do, implement. Have red, apparently. Don't ask me why, but yeah. Right, typical for the Neo engines or LEAP engines because of the big fan, so the big fan blades, they become less effective the higher you get, and that's why, let's say above 30,000 feet at heavy weights, the Neo does struggle a bit with climb rates. I don't know. I don't think I'll ever fly them. So I have no idea. Yeah, so the fly-by-wire mod is coming along nicely, and as a reminder, the FSI panel works nicely with the fly-by-wire mod as well. So yeah, so all these missions that we created, they should be working nicely with the fly-by-wire mod as well. Oh, whoa! Hello. That was close. Blimey. That's the. It didn't show up on TCAS. This TCAS not working here. Oh, hang on. Wasn't that something else I need to do here on TCAS? What was it? Do you auto-land lots? No, very rarely. So it's mostly in springtime and in autumn time. But I would say well, sometimes you have weather situations where, you know, it's very foggy and you're flying to airports which typically have fog, then you do more autolands. But typically, I would say not more than 10 a year in real life. Yeah, and mostly, Danny, mostly mornings, yeah, correct. Can you tell me that after 320 type rating, am I able to fly other? Yes, of course. So, I mean, so the 320, 319, 318, 321, 320 Neo, 321 Neo, they are all one rating. Ah, okay, Bruno. Yeah, understood. Chase plane, that's it, yeah, thank you, chase plane. Sorry, the question regarding, let me just check, what question was it? Question regarding how you pick your flights in the sim. Well, usually if there's no new scenery or no new aircraft add-ons to kind of showcase, I look for example, VATSIM events. So if there's anything, you know, interesting going on VATSIM, I will do so. Otherwise, if there's anything I can do with, you know, FSI panel or yeah, if there's something regarding weather that makes a good stream, then I'll do that. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes I'm a bit hard pressed when it comes to finding, you know, a routing which is interesting. Well, normally, Maki, your company that has those aircraft types will determine what is required for you to A, become a captain, and then B, what hours you need and what qualifications you need to become a first officer or captain on 350, 380. That is normally exactly laid down in the company rules and regulations. Do you let first officers land mostly? No. So Sasha, it's normal that we do like 50-50. So let's say you have a rotation. So let's say, for example, I have a 5-day rotation coming up where I have how many flights? 3, 7. Well, actually, we have one data. So 3, 6, 9, 12 flights. Then we'll split evenly, 6, 6. So normally when we get to the briefing, I will ask my first officer any routings that you wish to fly as pilot flying. And if he says, no, I'm not bothered, or I'm not, you know, I don't have any preference, well, then I'll say, all right, then I'll think about what I want to fly. And then, yeah, we just kind of, you know, discuss every day who wants to do which flights. Sometimes when a first officer has less than 500 hours on type, then there may be some restrictions regarding crosswind limit or wind limit in general. Then I will have to do the landing anyways. Or there's an airport, like for example Sarajevo or Mykonos or Santorini. Those are airports where the captain has to do the landing. So you know, then it's determined anyways. But otherwise, yeah, we'll have a chat about it, and we'll see who does it. Paro, yeah. Shame I don't get to Paro, that's for sure. Lovely, as we go by on the East Coast. Yeah, Funchal, absolutely. Another one of those airports, yeah. Good, I think we're gonna have to start preparing for the approach, because we have how much time? 35 minutes. So first thing, when you start preparing, you check the weather. So that is for 20 UTC, so that's half an hour old. Yeah, and Bruno sent me a interesting link to a video where a Binter prop aircraft landed without landing clearance. But they are allowed to do so. So it's pilot discretion or captain's discretion. Yeah. Good, so I will take that weather. So we've got 260 at 3. So we're good for runway 27. And 29 degrees, 1010. So let's feed the MCBU. 260 at 3. And 1010. Got the minimum for the ILS approach is, yeah, Danny, exactly, yeah. So right, let's approach. Let's check the minimums. We have category Charlie, ILS straight in 540. So 540. RATNAV for the approach, Papa Uniform Tango, and the landing distance we can calculate here in the fly-by-wire mod. So landing weight 64. Well, we got to burn another 500. So let's put in 64 tons. Landing distance available. It's always this thing that you have to fill that in yourself. Then let me do it differently. Is it 3,000 meters? Thank you. Yeah, thank you much. 3,000 meters it is. Approach speed later on. Since it's... Shall we try a flap 3 landing? Yeah, let's try that. Alright, so we're going to go to config 3. There it is. 144 it says. So let's put that on 3. And then we're going to put 144 approach speed. Config 3. Oh wait, no. Thrust reverse. No. Auto, no. Dry. Elevation is pretty much 0. Well, actually 82 feet, so 82. 265. We'll do 210. Right, calculate. Cool. So low. Wow, that's a long distance, isn't it? 2,700. Right, medium 89. We're going to go with medium, although if you take the rule of thumb, so let's say 30 times that, it's about 2,000 meters. And medium would be 20 times that, so that's 1,300 meters plus 15%, so let's say 1,500. And there it comes out at 18, almost 1,900. That seems a bit too much for dry runway. Have you done go-around? Yeah, I've done go-arounds. How many per year? I would say about 5 per year, maybe. Well, it's actually less. I would say maybe 3 on average per. Not even that. So I would say in the last 5 years, I've done like 3 go-arounds. It doesn't happen very often. It's telling you to tune VORs. Yeah, sometimes it is, yeah. If it thinks that it's required. Have I had to return the gate in real life? Yeah. Yeah. No, so Sasha already answered that one. So it's 50-50 normally. I do enjoy flying the plane, and the first officer enjoys flying the plane, so we kind of split in the middle. So it's 50-50. I need to change that because it's been like 28 years now. Well, actually, it's getting more like almost close to 30 years. So, no. So here in the MCDU here, under fix info. So let's put in. Hold on. So that was Papa Uniform Tango. So you can put in 2 radials usually, but only 1 range ring around it. So if I want to put in the MSA sector, 225 and 135, actually it's the other way around, isn't it? So it's 215 and 045 and 25-mile radius around that. And then we go to plan mode, put this to airport info, there we go. So so now I've entered the radials for the MSA. Oh, hang on, hold on. Now that should be 315. First one, so 315, not 315 here. Right, there we go. So that's the sector altitudes. We've got 3,000 here and 4,600 there. Yeah, so that answered the question. Who puts what into the MCDU is handled by SOPs. So normally the pilot flying is the person who does anything navigation and aircraft performance wise. So literally pilot flying does literally everything unless he's flying manually, then the pilot monitoring takes over. Otherwise, if I want to, I could tell the first officer, for example, let's say I'm below 10,000 feet, under radar vectors, and I want to concentrate on flying the aircraft, and we get vectors to the final, and I can tell the first officer of the pilot monitoring, hey, can you put in direct 2 radial in from the final approach fix, and then he'll do that. The shortest runway I've landed on, I think it was 1,800 meters. That was his garden. Grass field. Blimey. Imagine the amount of grass you would have to mow. Man. I would need a big tractor for that. Well, that's a good one though. 09 is much better. Is it really? I mean, it's just water, isn't it? All the way. In real life, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, today we're going to go with 2.7, so... well, fine. I'm hoping to spot some of the islands here, this region. Because we're on holidays somewhere on a little island east of Phuket, so absolutely beautiful. Yeah, so one thing I want to try, guys, so this is the thing, so it's probably not going to work, but what you can do, for example, what can happen is, let's say we proceed direct to Lamul. So let's put that in. Okay. And then we get a clearance that says, when ready, descent level 250, be level latest 40 miles prior Lamul. So in the real Airbus and the Phoenix and in the TOLIS, what you can do is go Lamul, 40 miles radius, and then you can click on that. Okay, it's not yet implemented, and then it goes into the flight plan page. So it does a little fix a waypoint here, and then you can put in a altitude restriction, altitude constraint, to then manage your descent. So that's a very neat feature. Okay, let's do different. Let's say Lamul is supposed to be, let's say 250 or below. So there we go. So let's do that. All right. And again, if you got alt cruise or alt, it will not automatically descend. Even though we've dialed in a lower altitude, you have to select a descent mode: vertical speed, open descent, or managed descent. You have to do that physically here. No, it does not give tech. No, not yet. Yeah, Danny, I'll make a short video about this feature for the Phoenix. Yeah, there are some clearances. So, for example, going into Frankfurt, there's one at Remet. So normally Remet, we have to be 250. Or, for example, when you come from, let's say, London or Manchester or something, you can get direct to... what was it? Direct to... I don't know the fix, but it tells you then, descend when ready 250, level 40 miles prior that waypoint. And that way you can actually very simply get it into your flight plan page. So you normally have a little arrow there next to the line select key, and just press on the line select key and it will put that fix then into your flight plan page. How do you rate the visuals? Now, in general, the visuals are all right. One thing that a lot of people are finding terrible, and I agree, is the lower side of the glare shield, because normally you will not see that, and so that's something that's completely off. So there you go. It tells us top descent reach. So again, we're going to put this to manage descent. So we've got thrust idle, alt blue, and we're a little bit high. So what it should do now is it should increase the speed, or actually it should pitch down thrust idle and allow the speed to creep up to the top of the bracket in order to catch up with the descent path. If it can't, it will tell us that we need to add a drag, i.e. speed brakes. Tolus can do it, but don't tell Bruno. Oh, okay. Some insider jokes there. Hydraulics better. I don't know. Hydraulics? In what way are the hydraulics better? So there we go. So it's creeping up towards the top of the bracket there. And now you've got to be careful here not to overspeed the plane, but it's coming in nicely now. So we're catching up on the path. Now it should pitch up again. It does. Yeah, so managed to descend 250 there. Now, here's the thing, guys. So let's do a little bit of math. So we're supposed to lose 3,000 feet and we have 40 miles. That seems a bit unrealistic. So that descent rate will be at 25,000 feet in about 1.5 minutes. And we're doing like 7, 8 miles per minute. So yeah, from my calculations, yeah, it doesn't do a optimum descent to reach 250 there. It's just diving down and reaching 250 well before that. Yeah, but even if it's 250 below, it should still aim for the 250 there. All right, let's do something else. Let's do 200 exactly, all right? So 200, it should be able to reach that. So now at 200 there. So yeah, now it's saying it's a bit low. So let's see if it catches the path again. And let's go 200. So 200. Exactly, so now that's correct. 1,000 feet per minute, and here is the point where it catches up with the optimum path again. And then it'll go idle descent for the rest. Let's see how it does that. Yeah, so one thing, Bruno, I always find really weird. So let's say you go on the MPAX arrival in Frankfurt, and you have those bracket altitudes or the window altitudes. It's so weird. I always wonder why the Airbus always goes and descends in the manner that it goes always on the top side. So let's say it's between 180 and 220. it'll cross that exactly at 220 and not like 200 or something, which I find a bit weird, because if anything happens with the wind, let's say, and it's always kind of sticking on the top side, then it will get high maybe in the profile, and so then it needs speed brakes, which is kind of silly. So I wonder why it doesn't go and aim for the mid part in that sense. Star Games, thank you much for the raid. How was the stream? What were you up to? Welcome everyone. Yeah, we're currently in the Flabber Wyatt. That's the experimental version, on our way to Phuket. So we departed Bangkok, on our way to Phuket. Beautiful. Runway 27 is in use. Oh, nice. That's a long flight. That's Joburg, right? Frankfurt, Joburg? Wow. 10 hours. 10 hours, 7 minutes. Pwah, hats off. Hats off. I seriously mean that. I've done long-range flights. And, yeah, keeping your audience... you know, interested and busy for 10 hours, that's a long, or even 11. GG, well done. What plane did you use then? And what sim? When's that on the schedule? I don't know yet. Sometime in the future. And not in the near future, let's put it this way. The 787 it takes a full runway in Frankfurt, seriously? What, 18? Lol. Oh, no way. What, you, no, seriously? You're doing Frankfurt to Bangkok and return in one stream? 24-hour stream, blimey. Right, so at least this time it's doing it nicely. So when you put at 200, it does go for the 200 exactly. Outstar. So how many track miles do we have left? 62. We should be at 18,000, meaning we are a bit high in the profile. So let us descend now. Let's go and do 5,000, but we'll do that managed. So it says 8,000 below, 230 knots, and cider. Actually, let's do 4,000. All right. I want to see if it does the correct restrictions. Yeah. So it's Alpagenta 50 right now. So that's correct. Well, that's promising though. Whoop. Transition is at 120. So, well, 13,000 is fine as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, Sasha, I've actually been on his stream a couple of times in London, yeah. Oh, okay, nice, Star Games. Okay, that's very nice, yeah. Lovely. You have the speed change, yeah. So 8,000 below. So right now, this is the thing. So if it goes amber and color, it means it can't make that restriction. So it's kind of warning you that you're going to bust this restriction, and I assume that's because of the speed reduction. So it's in between. So it's like, it was like saying, nah, I can't make it. Now it says, yeah, all right, we'll make it. But we'll see. Yeah, a bit early, I would say. Well, 10 miles. Well, it's going to slow down. You know what? It's going to slow down from 300 knots or 290 knots to 230. So maybe that isn't really that that soon. Oh, that was like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, I think. No, it should say drag required. Not too steep. It's like drag required initially on. I'm not sure. I think too steep path is for the approach section. So for the geometry part, not for the normal descent part. Yeah, I was looking. I made a little file some time ago. I was looking for it regarding descent management. I'm gonna have to check if I have that on my website or not. So airport info documents. Let's have a look. Documents, tutorials. No, I've not published it on the website. Good. So let's go with QNH 1010. So set QNH is correct. Yeah. So now it is struggling. You can see it's struggling to reduce the speed and descend below 8,000. So it was correct. It was correct to say it can't manage that. It should say drag required. Yeah, so Star Games, good night to you. Thanks for the raid. All the best on your long-range flight there. Hope PC works. Can I modify the descent profile on the Phoenix somehow? Hey, you're doing a full match plane descending too fast and then the speed goes to the lowest. No, so Yota, the problem with that is the thrust data, so the engine performance data is just wrong. And that's why the calculation, so the FMS data, the performance data in the FMS doesn't match the performance in the sim. That's why it doesn't work very well. I try to do flap 3 landings as often as I can, but I have to admit my flap full landings are more often than flap 3 landings. Right, these are little islands I meant, so it's somewhere here. Yeah, very beautiful islands. Very lovely. Good, so LS goes on. Let's put the landing lights on, seatbelts on. And let's read the approach checklist. Bar roll ref, QNH 1010. Seatbelts on, minimum bar roll 540 feet, auto brake medium, and engine mode selector is normal. Approach checklist completed. Hey Moxie, all the best for that. Well, I hope you revised. Should be fine. I wish you all the best. Good. Cider. Cider. Then we go to Baron and on to the final. Phuket traffic. Thai 281 is at Cider for the ILS 27 in Phuket. So speed brakes are out. We're currently trying to get down. And there's the airport. Slowly getting into the path. So now let's go 3,000. How is that plus 4,600? Doesn't make sense. Supposed to be 2,000 there. Cool. Alrighty, so let's go and activate the approach phase actually. Yeah, we're still a bit high in the profile. So 15 miles out. We're coming slowly onto path. And there's the airport. Beautiful. Very nice. Alright, flaps 1. Speed is check, flaps 1. We got glide slope blue, lock blue, cat 1, autopilot 1+2. Oh, lovely. The haze. Makes me want to go on holiday again. Alright, could be a superstar. So glide slope and localizer at the same time. Flaps 2, speed is checked. Flaps 2. Well, maybe a bit early for flaps 2. Let's go 175. Yeah, so localizer, come on, come on. Superstar, come on. There we go, superstar. Glide slope star, lock star. Do you know what aircraft that over free on Xbox? I'm not in. I don't use Xbox, so I have absolutely no idea, unfortunately. Good, missed approach straight ahead 2.5, then right 7 miles 2.5. Okay, so 2.5 is missed approach. Missed approach altitude is set. Yeah, I think it was somewhere here on one of these islands. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, did it warn us that speed brakes were out? Usually it would go and let us know. Also, is that offset localizer? Because that looks offset to me. It should be, should it? Oh yes, it is 265. 267. It is 2-degree offset. GG. I didn't realize that. Gears coming out.
2,500.
Gears checked. Speed managed. Flaps 3. Speed checked. Flaps 3. Manual flights. Manual thrust. Flaps full. Speed is checked. Flaps full. Oh, actually, disregard. Flaps 3. Spies. I got distracted there, guys.
2,000.
What does the activate approach phase actually do? 2000's check. It gets the aircraft into the approach mode. So it will slow down in managed mode. It will slow down to the approach speed. So if you don't press that, if you don't activate approach phase and you press, let's say on selected speed 220 and you go back to managed speed and it's not in the approach phase, the restriction will likely be 250 knots. It'll then slam the thrust to full throttle to gain 250 knots again. Phuket traffic, Thai 281 is on a 4-mile final, runway 27 in Phuket. Landing checklist, Ikamima landing. No blue. Landing checklist completed.
1,000.
1,000 is checked. I wonder why we had an offset here. How strange. Well, probably obstacle limited or something, but yeah, you see the Neo typical. It with config 3, it needs so little power. So when you get into the overspeed situation, because let's say a wind gust,
100 above.
it's so difficult to get the speed back to
500.
normal. And that's why I don't really like going config 3 on a
Minimum.
continue on a light A320 Neo.
400.
It's getting a tad low here.
300.
2 knots from the left. Not much though.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 10. 5.
Come on. Alright, now that's how pros. We got spoilers, reverse, green, idle, and diesel, orbit EM. Minor brakes. See how fast we slowed down? Auto brake off. I wonder, you know what, Bruno? I wonder how long it will take until the flight sim add-ons, so 320 add-ons, will have auto brake off. Probably never get it. Thank you, SimCaesar. SimCaesar, are you streaming tonight? Today is Monday, isn't it? Yeah. No, I think it's streaming Tuesday, correct? Yeah, not Monday, okay. So another big shout out again for SimCaesar. If you don't know him, please check out his stream. He's a lovely, lovely gentleman. Very entertaining. You need to watch that. Is it really? It's complex? Seriously?
Phuket traffic, Thai Smile 144. We are on a 10 miles final for ILS 27.
Nice. I was thinking about going Thai Smile. But I didn't find a livery for that. Hey Finn, how you doing? Nice to see you. So wonder what the parking spots there are called. Taxi. Parking stands. Ja. Bin gleich bei dir. Muss gerade rollen. Number 9. So, guck. Just say my wife because we've been here in Phuket. Hier. Den Spot oben kennst du auch, ne?
Yeah. Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Duo Channel experience.
Aber die auch
Could
alle
new
Autos oder so.
subscribers please make their way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight infotainment will be served. Thank you.
Ja, genau. Ja. Jetzt anhalten hier. Ja, war schon schön. Am Anfang habe ich es leider nicht gesehen mit den Inseln. Also war zumindest nicht so schön dargestellt, dass ich jetzt mal sagen konnte. Can you give me dating advice? Who, me or my wife? I think it's the wrong channel for that. Lol. I'm just gonna park here, and then the scenery is good question. I need to check what scenery that is. Let me just quickly come to a stop. I want to watch that person there.
Phuket traffic, Thai Smile 144 on a 4 mile sign for runway 27.
Yeah, trying to catch your landing
Good
there.
night.
Lilo, good
Black
night to you.
Box.
Ich weiß gar nicht, wir waren am 09. Ich glaube, es ist übers Wasser angeflogen oder so, ne? Ich weiß auch nicht mehr. Für die Insel ist auf der Ostseite, das weiß ich.
Also wir sind auch eine Zeit lang mit dem Auto gefahren, bis wir dann bei der Fähre waren, ja.
Yes, Rodney. So my streams are saved as video on demand on Twitch and on YouTube. So you have the choice. So, warte. Da fliegt gerade jemand mit. Very nice. Lovely landing. Nice. Looked very nice. Yeah, Voyager, moin. Yeah, next stream is going to be on next Monday, so I'm off from...
Good night, Black Box. Welcome
Nice,
aboard
beautiful.
the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience.
Hey,
Could new
buddy.
subscribers please
Thank
make
you so,
your
so
way
much.
to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Joining the party late but made in time.
Yeah, just in time. Buddy, thank you so, so much for the 70 months. My God, it's such a long time. Buddy, thank you so, so much. Regarding the scenery, safe dock, hang on, this is position... Oh, it's a shame. It does have a couple of positions, 10, with a safe dock, but not this one.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black Box Twitch channel subscriber experience. Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin, where complimentary drinks, snacks and premium flight entertainment will be served. Thank you.
Oh, look at that. So, Buddy, thank you. Vielen Dank für 70 Monate. Ich hoffe, dir geht's gut. Und Crockboom, thank you as well. 27 months. I love that. That's really cool. That's working nicely. Look at that. With a nice countdown. 4, 3, 2, and stop. Nice. Love it. Pilot David, fantastic. Yeah, looked very nice. Looked like a very nice landing. That is there. So after landing checklist should have been here. That is off. That is off. That off. Engine spooling down, fantastic. That off. That off. Ah, and the gate. Right. Scenery. So the Bangkok was from Builds. I bought it on Builds. Now Phuket is from Orbix, isn't it? Let me just check Orbix real quickly. I will let you know in a minute. Is there 2 different sceneries available? Come on, Orbix load. Crying out loud.
Good night, Black Box.
So it's now loading Asia. It is from... Orbix. Yeah, it's Orbix. So there's, yeah, Orbix, yeah, the Orbix one, exactly. Yeah, 4MAX, exactly. It is Orbix. So, welcome to Phuket. I remember actually here, we were standing here. There's a smokers, or people smoking here. So we just want to have a look at the planes on the apron. But that looks very nice, so very realistic. And now the terminal, I remember as well, there was a coffee shop. Yeah, 2 floors. Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah, duty free. Yeah, we arrived like 3 hours before the flight, so we had some time to kill. But yeah, lovely. Oh, hang on. What's that? Pilot David, thanks for flying along. Good night to you. And Flying Wall, thanks as well for hanging out. Have a great week ahead. Everyone, thank you so much for the support. Lots of resubs coming in. Oh, and sorry, hang on. Oh, sorry, hang on, before I forget. I was busy with the So, Sim Caesar. Apologies for the late shout out. Sim Caesar gifted us up to P-Bowl. So I hope P-Bowl has said a big thank you to Sim Caesar. And once again, big shout out to Sim Caesar. Please, please, please check out the channel. So like a huge water park there. Lol. That looks interesting. Sim Caesar, thank you so much, my friend. Sim Caesar, and if you're still up for a shared flight, anytime, just give me a call. Pilot Edge, VFR, IFR, you name it, I'll be there. Well, that looks crazy. Look at that. Blimey, what is that? So once you are here, where do you go down? Oh, you go like round that, and then you go down here or something. Jeez, water park, yeah. Crazy. Yeah, but this is lovely. That is lovely. So for those that love flying here in Asia, very nice indeed. Look at that. Lovely beaches. Yeah, nice. Yeah, Sim Caesar, anytime. I would be loving that. And I've heard that JSnap said Felis has offered a lot of support to get the add-on working very nicely. So 100%. Count me in. Right there. Cool. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, take care. Have a great week. And I'll see you again in 7 days. Next Monday, guys. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. And I'll see you soon. But before I go, let's see if we can raid someone today. Let me return the favor to... Let me see. I would love to return the favor again to Two-Tone Murphy, because he did raid me not too long ago. So let's have a look. Raid Two-Tone Murphy. There we go. All right, guys. Once again, thank you so much for the awesome support, everyone, and see you again soon. And is it true? Thank you so much for the video link. I will have a look at that. Thank you so much for that. You all have a good night to you as well. Take care. Good night. Here we go.